There are places on our planet so extraordinary, they seem to belong to another world. They challenge our perception of what is possible, what is real. High in the Andes Mountains of South America lies such a place. It is a vast, blindingly white expanse that stretches further than the eye can see. This is Salar de Uyuni. It is the world's largest salt flat, and for a few precious months each year, it performs a breathtaking transformation. It becomes a mirror. Not just any mirror, but one so vast and so perfect that it reflects the heavens above with flawless clarity. It is rightly known as the mirror of the sky. Here one can walk among the clouds, stepping on stars. Imagine standing on a surface that erases the horizon. The sky is no longer just above you. It is also beneath your feet. Wisps of cloud drift by, both in the atmosphere and across the ground you stand upon. The deep blue of the daytime sky, or the diamond-studded blackness of night, is duplicated in its entirety. This is not a dream. This is a natural phenomenon of immense scale and profound beauty. It is a spectacle that reminds us of the sheer artistic power of our planet. This magnificent salt flat is found in a remote corner of southwest Bolivia. It rests upon the Altiplano, a high-altitude plateau nestled deep within the Andes mountain range. To reach it is to ascend into a different realm. The salar sits at an astonishing elevation of nearly 3,700 meters, or about 12,000 feet above sea level. Here the air is thin, and the sunlight is intense. The landscape is stark, powerful, and ancient. It is a land of extremes, sculpted by volcanic forces and shaped by the patient hand of time. The sheer scale of the place is difficult to comprehend. It covers over 10,000 square kilometers, an area larger than some countries. The story of Salar de Uyuni begins long ago, in a time of great geological change. Tens of thousands of years in the past, this entire region was submerged beneath a colossal prehistoric lake. This was Lake Minchin, a vast body of water fed by the surrounding mountain glaciers. Over millennia, the climate shifted, the world warmed, and the rains lessened. The Great Lake began to evaporate under the fierce Andean sun. As the water disappeared, it left behind a thick crust of salt and a cocktail of other minerals. This process repeated with subsequent smaller lakes, like Lake Tauca, which eventually dried up to form the salt desert we see today. The surface itself often forms into a mesmerizing pattern of interlocking hexagonal tiles. The salar is not a dead landscape but a dormant one, waiting for the seasonal rains to awaken its most magical quality. It is a geological masterpiece, a vast white canvas painted by the slow retreat of ancient waters. The true magic of Salar de Uyuni is unlocked by water. During the rainy season, typically from December to April, the nearby rivers can overflow, spilling a thin, shallow layer of water across the immense salt flat. The water, having nowhere to drain on this perfectly level surface, settles into a quiescent, giant pool. This is when the transformation occurs. The still, shallow water, lying atop the brilliant white salt, creates the largest natural mirror on the planet. The effect is not merely a reflection, it is a perfect duplication of the sky. The horizon vanishes completely, and the world becomes a sphere of light and color. This phenomenon gives rise to extraordinary optical illusions. People and vehicles appear to be floating in midair, suspended between two identical skies. The lack of reference points on the uniform surface plays tricks on the mind. Distances become impossible to judge. A person walking 100 meters away can seem to be a miniature figure standing just a few feet from you. This surreal environment has captured the imagination of artists, photographers, and filmmakers from all corners of the globe. They come here to capture images that defy logic. The film Star Wars: The Last Jedi famously used the salar to depict the mineral world of Crete, its white surface kicking up plumes of red dust in a dramatic battle sequence. Photographers flock here to capture the otherworldly reflections, especially during sunrise and sunset. The colors are amplified by the dual display, creating images of staggering beauty. Beneath the ethereal beauty of the salt crust lies a resource of immense global importance. The brine trapped within the salar's layers contains one of the world's largest reserves of lithium. This soft, silvery white metal is a critical component of modern life. It is the key ingredient in the rechargeable batteries that power our smartphones, our laptops, and increasingly, our vehicles. As the world seeks to transition away from fossil fuels and towards cleaner energy, the demand for lithium has skyrocketed. This has turned the remote Salar de Uyuni into a focal point of global economic and geopolitical interest. Bolivia is estimated to hold more than half of the world's identified lithium resources, with the majority of it concentrated here in the Salar. Extracting it is a complex process. The lithium-rich brine is pumped from beneath the salt crust into vast evaporation ponds. The intense Andean sun then does the work, slowly evaporating the water over many months. This process concentrates the lithium and other minerals, which can then be separated and processed. It is a method that relies heavily on the natural climate of the region, a slow and patient form of mining. The potential wealth stored here presents both a great opportunity and a significant challenge for Bolivia. The development of these resources could bring substantial economic benefits, funding social programs and infrastructure for the nation. However, there are considerable hurdles. The technology for efficient extraction is complex and expensive. There are also significant environmental concerns. Large-scale mining operations could disrupt the delicate hydrological balance of the Salar, potentially impacting its unique ecosystem and the very tourism industry that celebrates its pristine beauty. The future of electric vehicles and renewable energy storage is, in many ways, tied to this remote Andean plateau. Visiting Salar de Uyuni is an adventure in itself, a journey to a landscape that feels both terrestrial and extraterrestrial. Most expeditions begin from the small, dusty town of Uyuni, which serves as the primary gateway to the salt flats. From here, fleets of four-wheel drive vehicles expertly piloted by local guides venture out into the brilliant white wilderness. These multi-day tours are the most common way to experience the Salar, often including visits to its surreal islands, rock formations, and the unique hotels built almost entirely from salt blocks. It is an immersive experience, a true departure from the everyday world. The best time to visit depends entirely on what you wish to see. For those who dream of walking on the sky, the rainy season from December to April is essential. This is when the mirror effect is most likely to occur. It is a time of spectacular, otherworldly beauty, though it can also bring logistical challenges, with certain areas of the Salar becoming inaccessible. Conversely, the dry season, from May to November, offers a different kind of magic. The ground becomes a vast mosaic of crystalline hexagonal patterns, and the endless white expanse allows for clear views of the distant volcanoes under deep blue skies. One of the most beloved activities during the dry season is playing with perspective. The featureless, uniform landscape provides a perfect natural backdrop for creating mind-bending photographs. With no objects to give the brain a sense of scale, photographers can create illusions where people appear to be giants perched on top of water bottles or fleeing from enormous toy dinosaurs. It has become a playful ritual for visitors, a way to interact with the surreal qualities of the environment. These fun, creative photos are a hallmark of a trip to the Salar, a lighthearted way to capture the sheer strangeness of the place. Whether you visit in the wet season or the dry, preparation is key. The high altitude requires acclimatization to avoid altitude sickness, and the sun is incredibly strong, necessitating powerful sunscreen, hats, and sunglasses to protect against the glare from the salt. Nights can be bitterly cold, even after warm days. But these are small considerations for the reward that awaits. A journey to Salar de Uyuni is more than a simple holiday. It is an expedition to one of Earth's last great frontiers, a chance to stand in a place that truly redefines one's sense of scale, space, and beauty. In a world that can often feel small and thoroughly explored, Salar de Uyuni stands as a powerful testament to the wild, untamed beauty that still exists. It is more than just a tourist destination, it is a place of pilgrimage for those who seek to be humbled and inspired by the sheer creative force of nature. To stand on its surface is to experience a rare moment of pure awe, to feel a profound connection to the planet and the cosmos. It is a landscape that speaks not in words but in light, silence, and infinite space. It recalibrates the soul and leaves an indelible mark on all who witness it. The Salar serves as a vital reminder of what we stand to lose: its fragile ecosystem, its delicate hydrological balance, and its pristine beauty are vulnerable. The growing demand for its lithium presents a complex dilemma. As we strive for a more sustainable future powered by green technologies, we must ensure that we do not sacrifice one natural wonder for the sake of another. The preservation of Salar de Uyuni requires careful, thoughtful stewardship, a global commitment to protecting this irreplaceable treasure for generations to come, so they too can experience its magic. I would urge anyone with a spirit of adventure to consider a journey to this remarkable place. Go to see the sky meet the earth. Go to walk on clouds and dance among the stars. Go to feel the profound silence and the overwhelming scale of a landscape that seems to have been borrowed from a dream. It is a journey that will challenge you physically with its altitude and remoteness. But the reward is a shift in perspective that you will carry with you long after you have left the salt behind. It is an opportunity to see our world with new eyes. Salar de Uyuni is ultimately a place of wonder. It is a natural spectacle that unfolds on a geological scale, a symphony of light and reflection that defies easy description. It is where the laws of perspective seem to bend and where the boundary between our world and the heavens dissolves into a seamless whole. It is one of the true masterpieces of our planet, a vast, shining mirror that reflects not only the sky above, but also the sense of infinite possibility that lies within the human spirit. It is waiting for you.